And welcome back. Well, I'm sure by now you've realized that all we've really done is cover the basics within 3ds Max in terms of creating our geometry, and I'm afraid that's how it's going to be for, well, quite a few more tutorials yet. We get into the more exciting parts of 3ds Max once we have created all of our geometry relating to the model. Okay, so now we're going to concentrate on this rear wheel here. So as I say, let's get cracking. Let's pop up to our layers manager and we're going to freeze the fuselage section. Tail section is still ticked, so that's where anything we create is going to be residing for the time being. Okay, so the rear wheel, very much like the main wheels on the primary undercarriage. Let's start off with a cylinder, and left click, let's drag it out to about there and then push it back a little bit, give it the depth. Over to our parameters. Height segments, no, we'll say 3 for that. Cap segments, put 2 in. Now I've put 2 in simply because if we try using the quick loop tool, it doesn't seem to work unless it's actually got a cap section in. So we'll put 1 in there. Right, and sides, let's say 32, and we can convert this down to an editable poly. You know, thinking about this, I don't know whether to really model this with some high definition or just say, right, let's create a basic piece of geometry and then at a later stage simply apply a UVW map. That would then still give me all the detail that are required, and were I to apply a bump map, that would show up even more. And I think the size of this, well, it doesn't really warrant any real modelling other than the basics. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do with this. Well, in that case, let's pop into perspective mode, zoom around a little bit, W for our select and move tool. Let's bring that across to there. What's the thickness like? Just bring this up a little bit. Would that fit into that housing there? Let's bring it across a little bit so it is level. Yes, it would. Quite nicely and snugly. Okay, let's bring it down again. Down, thank you. Put it into position, so L on our viewport, Z for zoom. Let's pull out a little bit more. Come on, bring that down to there. Deselect into our create and go for a torus. Okay, in the center, let's drag it out to there. Looks about right, and let's take it into approximately there. Right, into our perspective viewport. Let's rotate around a little bit. W for our select and move tool. Let's bring that along and get it so it's lining up. Undo that. About there. Yep, that looks okay. R for our scale tool. Let's just pull that in a little bit. That looks good. Okay, and then deselect for a moment. Let's select that. Everything looks okay. We'll convert it now. Editable poly. Convert this one to an editable poly. Select that again. And let's pop down to attach. Go attach. And select that there. There we go. Fairly simple. Left viewport, zoom, let's pull out a touch, and let's name this rear wheel. Let's ignore the systems freeze. Well, there was one, but we're back to where we were more or less. So what I'm going to do is hide this wheel now. So into the tail section, hide that rear wheel. Now looking at this bracket here, if we zoom in just a little bit, I can see that it's rounded in this section and then sort of comes up there. How are we going to create that? Well, let's pop up to create first of all. Let's have a look at the cylinder. We'll try creating this part to begin with. So open that up. There. I love the colour. Not really. Let's have a quick look at our parameters. 18 sides, yeah, I'll stick with that. 3 caps, 3 height segments, that's fine. Let's have a look at the colour. We'll change it. Guess what we're going to change it to? Yeah, guessed it. Steel grey. Let's say OK for that. Zoom in a little bit. Now we'll convert this down to an editable poly. Yep. What I'm thinking of here is actually taking it from the polys on the edge and extruding them out to there. Okay, let's pop into our perspective mode. I'm not saying it, no. Go into our root section there, go down to polygon. Let's ignore back facing and let's have a look. It sort of starts close to the edge but not quite. Okay, let's start selecting these. Let me just go back to select. Selecting these from this point here. Doing them individually because, well, I suppose you could say it's different, but it isn't. Let's pop back into our left viewport. Go zoom. Let's come back a little bit. Maybe I don't need those down there, so press Alt and just deselect those. Yeah, those look okay. Right, let's take it whereby we extrude, shall we? Let's extrude those. I'm going to take them to the top, I think, for the time being. Fine. Say OK to that. Let's look at scale, see if we can scale these up a little bit, but not too much. Alt X, so we can see what we're doing. W for this tool here. Let's bring that up. I think maybe rotate this just slightly. There, like that. Yep. Into vertex. Let's just grab these. W for our select and move tool. It's alright, I'm just concentrating on this now. Put that to about there. Let's select that one and get it up to, say, there. Let's select it just there. Pull that one down over to there. And this one, I don't know, up a little bit. Say about there. Okay, let's have a look at this shape now. Maybe that one coming out a touch more. I'm terrible for this, I really am, you know, doing the itty-bitty sort of thingamabobsies. What is it, those thingamajigsies belong to the thingamabobsies of the whatchamacallits. That's it. And let's pop back up to root, into Swift Loop. I just want to add a few sections in here. Let's put one there, one about there, maybe there, and one up to the top there. Come on. There we go. Right click to end that action. Well, mindful of the time, I think we'll continue this in the next session. Okay, I'll catch you later.